And also, speaking of a flash of atomic bombs exploding, I want to talk about our featured story of the night. A light grasp. Everybody, I want to talk about Oppenheimer. Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. Now, the newest trailer came out. This isn't that far away. It's coming out in July, everybody. So Oppenheimer is coming July 21st, 2023. 3 hours long, they're saying, by Universal now, not WB, because of everything that went down with Christopher Nolan and WB when they started releasing all the movies straight to HBO Max. Nolan's like, that's not how it should be. We should go to theaters.
Movie and bitched about it.
He bitched about it. He got mad. And he broke up with WB after all these years. This will be his first movie that he's done without WB since, it's been like forever. I think it's been since his first movie. It's insane. It's like, how do you actually like break up with someone that's been making all your... Yeah, Memento. Yeah. How do you break up after that long? I don't know. It's his first biopic as well. And for him, it looks like a Nolan movie to me. It looks great. Cillian Murphy looks great. You have Matt Damon.
Murphy is always great.
Always great. You have Matt Damon. Matt Damon looks good in this. Matt Damon.
Is he a friend of the show?
He's a friend of the show. I like Matt Damon.
Cillian Murphy's a friend of the show, right?
Yeah, Cillian Murphy.
Big friend of the show.
Cillian Murphy's awesome.
He's just a person. He's not a friend of the show.
He's just a person. If you look at this cast, though, this cast is insane.
Matt Damon's also not a friend of the show. Jimmy
Emily
Kimmel's a
Blunt.
friend of the show, so Matt Damon's definitely not a friend of the show.
Jimmy Kimmel's a friend, not Matt. Fuck off, Matt. Sorry.
You have to pick one or the other, and it's definitely Jimmy Kimmel.
Emily Blunt, Robert Downey Jr. You got Quaid. You got Jack Quaid. You got Florence Pugh. I like to say Pugh. You got Matthew Modine. We're talking about him. He's in this shit. There's a huge cast.
Vote
Josh
for that
Hartnett.
man for SAG president, for heaven's sakes. Matthew Modine, please.
He's awesome. He'd make a great SAG president. But honestly, the trailer came out. To me, it looks great. It always looks great. I like me some Nolan. We talk about Nolan on Friday a lot because I worked with Nolan a bit. So there's a little special place in my heart with Christopher Nolan. He's
not
great.
A bad filmmaker. I just don't think he should have got as upset about a movie he made, which wasn't that great. Let's be honest, it was not that great. It's okay, man. You make mistakes.
What do you get upset about?
Move on.
It happens.
Make Oppenheimer. We're good to go.
What is he upset about?
His movie didn't do that well.
What movie?
It did okay.
The
Warren Pattinson.
Tentacle.
I actually enjoyed that movie quite a bit.
Yeah, but it just didn't do well. It just wasn't like that. It
let
wasn't
me tell you
wow
what,
or anything.
It was during the pandemic, and it was a whole thing. Like that definitely had something to do with it because people were not going to the movies.
Yeah.
And I'm not really a Robert Pattinson fan. I actually don't like him, but he was the star of that movie for me. Without him, it would have been a piece of crap. He did an excellent job.
He's definitely growing on me as an actor. I really enjoy his work. And I'll say this, during that time, you're right. I think of another big issue he has, which I can agree with him on, was that his movie was kind of the test pilot to see how streaming these movies straight to streaming services would go. And I think the issue that he had with it is that everyone was kind of like, yeah, it's not like it's a terrible movie, but I'm glad I didn't have to pay for it. Like that's the number one comment I heard from everyone is I didn't have to pay for it at least. Like, yeah, I watched it.
But if you did have to pay for it,
I would have been upset.
He would have made a lot more money.
He would have made a lot
more money. I would have lost my fucking money because I would have paid for it. And I'd have been like, why did I pay for this?
Yeah. Well, that's the biggest thing. Like Tom Cruise was like fighting the whole thing. Like we can't put it on streaming because it'll make more money. And it did.
It was amazing. And I'm glad it held out. It needed a blockbuster theater release. It was fucking amazing.
And Paramount needed that bad too. That's like Paramount's highest grossing movie. And they're still hurting. We'll talk about on Friday, like Paramount Plus, it's still not made money for them. They won't make money till 2027. So Paramount needs money. And it's like, for me, like, how do you even keep going? That's a whole different bag of worms.
Disney will knock on their door soon. It'll be fine.
Yeah, probably. They'll probably end up selling. That'll probably happen, And they're the mouse with the biggest pockets, No, Brian was a little bit tipsy on Friday.
I was I wasn't on Friday.
By the way, guys, I just want you to know, I love listening to the Tipsy Friday shows. They're my favorite that you do. I was glad you brought me on last time. So keep up the good work.
We have fun on Fridays. We just kind of go a little bit crazy sometimes. It makes it
Mondays
more fun.
is very sobering, I'm noticing.
It's very
easier to talk live when I'm drunk.
It's very sobering. You don't think about anything when you're drinking.
I don't think
whatever.
Yeah.
But Oppenheimer. Okay, Oppenheimer. Sabrina, are you excited about this trailer? You watched it. Does it tickle your innards? Does it make you excited? How do you feel about it?
Oh, that's a disgusting term. No. I mean, it has a very good cast, and I'm sure it will be a good movie. Anyone who knows me knows I do not like period pieces. I prefer to be in present day or Fantasyland. So not excited. I mean, I will probably watch it once it comes on whatever streaming service it's going to come on, and in the privacy of my living room, just chilling. I'm definitely.
It'll probably be on the cock, I'm guessing.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going to be going to the theater to see this for 3 hours. Like, I'm going to need to be home and have access to, things in my house that I don't have access to in a movie theater, like a bathroom and maybe a cocktail and possibly some marijuana. But I do not see myself going to the movies to see this. I'm sure it will be great. It looks great. It's star-studded. Like, I'm sure it's going to be very good, but I'm not going to be one of those people that is going to be lining up to go to the theater and see this.
I mean, it's going to look good.
But I 100% agree with Sabrina on this one.
I mean, 3 hours.
I
mean, it looks great though, but 3 hours. And Matt Damon was saying
a Netflix series.
Well, they could have. They could have split
three-part mini series. That's what they love doing, these series, these minis that they call them now. They love it.
And as GR says in the chat, he hopes it's even close to reality.
Limited series.
Nolan's not going to do that shit. He's a movie.
No way.
He's a movie maker. Buff. He's not messing around with that bullshit. FYI.
It's like this isn't shot in IMAX. The same thing. He loves the big screen. He wants the biggest presentation for it. He's always about that. Like, that's what he's like. He's like, I'm making cinema. I'm not making television, and that makes sense for him. That's just what it is. But Jacob, okay, so you said maybe the small screen, maybe at home is better for you. But did this trailer do anything for you? Did it nudge you closer to wanting to go to the theater to see it? Or did it really just make you say, it's just going to be too long for me? I just should stay home and not deal with this.
A part of me went, I hope this streams like Tenet did. Because then I'll watch it. Like, it's the story about the guy who invented the atom bomb, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, it is, yes.
So, okay.
And his name is, guess what? Oppenheimer.
Fucking spoilers, Sabrina. Now I don't have to go see the movie. There you go. I will say this though, I'm very curious to see how Albert Einstein turns out.
I know him in the trailer. That little brief moment.
I'm really curious about that. Other than Einstein, I don't give a flying fuck. By the way, where's Einstein biopic? And Young Einstein doesn't count, although it's a great movie.
It is a great movie. That does not count. You're right. That does not count. It should, but it does not count.
Yeah, but Einstein did some crazy shit, went through some crazy shit to help out. I'm sure they'll cover that in this movie. So part of me, the historical nerd of me, yes, I actually do love my history. I love reading history. I'm fascinated by it because those who don't know their history are condemned and doomed to repeat it.
Yes, 100%.
I think for those out there who aren't as familiar, you know what? As someone from the South, I really hope a lot of red states goes and watches this fucking film and really sees the consequence of war. That's my take.
I mean, you look at it, and I heard that Nolan actually made a huge explosion for this too. He blew up a whole town so he could capture it on film realistically. So he actually blew up a town, and it's like, I mean, what's too far for cinema? You know what I mean? But I bet it looks fantastic. But that sounds like something he would do. I remember we were working on Dark Knight Rises. He wanted the bat flying through a shot, hooked a helicopter up to it, and actually flew it through the shot. So that's this man. He wants practicality. You know what I mean? He wants it real. Yeah. He wants it always real. And that's something I heard that he actually blew up town. I'm like, that makes sense. That seems like him.
Okay, you made me definitely want to watch it streaming now. Still not sold on spending my money on it.
I'll definitely watch it streaming. 3 hours for that in the movie theater? Oh my God.
Why would I do that? I can sit here, eat my popcorn, pause it, take a shit, come back, finish my popcorn,
Take another shit.
Answer a phone call, do some business transactions, answer an email or two, play
Christopher
a game.
Nolan may not be making a limited series, but I damn sure can treat his movie like one.
There's no exactly.
See, I'm more about like, I have a hard time stopping and going and stuff. I have to watch it straight through. I hate stopping. That's why I'm the guy that's like rocking my chair in the theater. Because I have to pee so bad. Yeah, so bad.
Or
I'm that guy.
In the theater?
Or I sleep in the theater if I'm very tired. Well, that's also.
I only do that for John Wick movies.
Oh shit!
Wow,
that sounds like fighting words for Sabrina.
That's literally, you know what I almost said before. The only movie that's 3 hours long that I would like to wait in line to go see is John Wick. I'm not going to mess around with this nonsense.
Yeah, no, I said that's the only movie that like I actually held my piss in watching John Wick 4. Like it was fucking good.
I thought you were saying like you fell asleep in John Wick.
Fuck no, I love John Wick. No,
that's
no, I was talking about like. When you got to sit through these long ass movies, half the time, I wish I was at my house because I got to get up and leave. And like, what am I going to miss? Especially when I go to see a scary movie, it's like, well, let me wait till they start talking because then I know that nothing's going to happen. Of course,
I'm not going to miss shit.
Yeah. And then I get back just in time to watch someone get their face slashed off. It's awesome.
Yep. And you're like, this is great.
But
like the Evil Dead movie was like that.
Yeah.
Oh God, the scalp. The scalp.
Yeah, the scalp. Oh, that Evil Dead Rises. Whew.
So good.
Yeah,
so excited.
Brutal. So brutal.
Did y'all see it already?
Yeah, we saw this last weekend. So brutal. So brutal.
No spoilers.
No. We'll talk about it later. But very brutal.
I'm hyped.
But Oppenheimer at 3 hours long is coming, everybody. If you're a fan of Christopher Nolan, you got this coming to your theaters in July 21st. You'll be able to sit down and watch 3 hours long, or maybe fall asleep during, maybe take a pee during, maybe wait till it comes to your Peacock later on, because
you'll pass your history exam, that's for sure.